What's up, everybody? Justin Harvey here. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. I want to quickly film part 2 of a series of discussing the backdoor Roth contribution and how this strategy is available for high income earning individuals. Specifically, I discussed in the last video how if you have IRA assets, that is pre-tax, never been taxed before assets in a traditional IRA, then you're not able to do the backdoor Roth contribution because of what the IRS calls the pro rata distribution rule. However, I'm going to discuss in this video how a physician who has pre-tax IRA assets, who is usually not able to do a backdoor Roth contribution, is able to, through a series of tax maneuvers and utilizing this account, a solo 401k, how they're actually able to, in the end, begin making a series of backdoor Roth contributions. If you take the impact of this and multiply it over time from a tax planning perspective, it can be very powerful. However, please don't try this without consulting a tax or financial professional, because there's more nuance to this strategy than I can adequately treat in 3.5 minutes. But what I'm going to do now is do a quick case study to illustrate how this is going to work. So I want to introduce Dr. Number 1, who is a 30-year-old attending anesthesiologist who, after their first year as an attending, they saved very diligently. They got $36,000 in a 401k that they rolled over. So now they have $36K in an IRA. They later, after rolling this into an IRA, they found out, oh, I'm sad that I have an IRA because I can't do the backdoor Roth contributions because the pro rata rule, that messes everything up, as we discussed. So they want to save $40,000 a year. They think that this is the best way to do it, right? So we got $18K that can go into a 401k, tax deferred, and the rest is going to be the $22K. That's going to go into a taxable account. Unfortunately, that's the best we can do, right? So this physician is going to do this for 5 years, and with a little bit of investment growth, Dr. Number 1 is going to experience $277,000 of total savings, and that's going to be broken down in this ratio here: $126K in a taxable account, $150K in a pre-tax account. Now, that's pretty good, right? We shouldn't be really disappointed with numbers like these. However, there are tax strategies that this physician could have implemented that would have significantly changed the characteristics of some of these savings, would have given them significant tax advantage. So I want to introduce Dr. Number 2. All right, Dr. Number 2, same situation, attending anesthesiologist. The salary is exactly the same, $330,000. Savings are also the same. They saved $36,000. They rolled it out into an IRA from either a 401k or a 403b. However, they know about the pro rata rule, and they have a smart advisor who's going to help them find a way to make backdoor Roth contributions, and it involves my favorite account, the solo 401k. So what they're going to do is create a solo 401k and take these assets, the $36,000 of IRA assets, and roll them into the new into the new 401k. Now, whenever these assets are rolled over, it needs to be done in a year when there is some self-employment income. Self-employment income needs to be generated because that's what's going to be used to fund the 401k, and it's going to give this person the ability to open it. You can't just open a solo 401k and roll assets into it. But if you open a solo 401k and have a little bit of self-employment income from a 1099 or from some consulting work or from mowing your neighbor's lawn and claiming that as taxable income, then you're able to open this 401k account. When you do that, because the 401k now holds the assets, there's no assets in an IRA anymore. This enables you to do the backdoor Roth contribution because there's no pro rata limitation anymore. Because this is a 401k account and not an IRA, this opens up this capability that previously did not exist. So now, this same $40,000 of savings for Dr. 2 is going to be broken up like so. $18K into a 401k, less a little bit for the self-employment contribution. $16,500 into the taxable account, and then $5,500 is going to go into an IRA that'll be converted into the Roth account. This is the funds that eventually will become the Roth contribution through conversion. So what physician number 2 experiences is, you're going to recognize some of these numbers. 277 is still the total, except look at this. The Roth account has 31,600. So over 5 years, this account has grown to $31,000 of assets that are never going to be taxed again. They're going to grow tax-free. They're going to be withdrawn tax-free in the future. And this physician has just made a brilliant tax move. Compare that again to physician number 1 here. You can see the numbers total the same, but look at the composition of the assets. That extra 31K of Roth assets is going to be a significant tax advantage over time. So hopefully that's helpful. If you're in this place where you have an IRA and you thought that you couldn't do the Roth, the backdoor Roth contribution, think about, do you have an opportunity through the use of a solo 401k? And by the way, not all solo 401ks will allow you to roll in assets, but some do. So think about talking to a financial advisor and seeing if this strategy could be open to you to allow you to experience massive tax savings in the years to come.